Günaydın, yeniden merhaba, ben Orkun Yazgan, Çevre TV'desiniz. 26 Mayıs Perşembe bugün Çevre günlüğünde ikinci bölümün ikinci yarısı başlıyor. Evet, dünyanın 33 ülkesinden, farklı bölgelerden akademisyenler bir araya geldiler. İsveç'te Avrupa Birliği'nin projesi Cost Action. Bununla ilgili ilk bölümde Doç.Dr. Derya Yüksel İmer'le Türkiye'den katılan İstanbul Teknik Üniversitesi'nden öğretim üyesi Derya Hoca ile konuşmuştuk. Projenin liderlerinden MOHAMMAD TAHERZADeh de yine İsveç'ten, Boras Üniversitesi'nden. Bu kez onunla da birlikteyiz ve bu bölümü İngilizce olarak yapacağız. Welcome you both to our program.
Thank you.
Hocam siz de tekrar hoş geldiniz. Okay, so in the first program we just talked with Professor Derya Yüksel İmer, and she talked about the details of the project. So I think this is the fourth day of the week. So how everything is going? You had some workshops, some conferences, some study classes. So are you happy with the results so far, Professor Mohammed?
Yes. First, I would like to say thank you, and also to invite me to this program and to have this chat. Yeah, we have this project that we started almost a year ago, and so we just waited until all this pandemic and all the effect has gone, and then this week that was the time that we all gathered together. And we have partners from 33 different countries, and just to exchange this idea and also how to develop. So we have a few years ahead of us to develop and work together. So the main meeting, it was on Monday and Tuesday, but still we have some training school and some other activities still going on until tomorrow.
Could you also talk about the participants, the academicians, the students, how many they are, and how they did participate to the project?
We say that this cost action, when we started the project, that we had a proposers group that we call it, and we together we were from this European Federation of Biotechnology, especially this section of this environmental biotechnology, that we proposed this project, and then when it was accepted, then it was for all the members of this cost action, all the countries, they can nominate participants in this project. So we have the people, and in total we have 40 countries that, it was 38 and now it is 40 countries that they can participate. And so they nominate people, they can join for this, something that we call it managing committee. And for each country that we can have 2 people, and Derya is one of the representatives from Turkey. And then we have working groups that it is free from almost everybody that who want to join this working groups. And then we have some special procedure just to accept those who are interested to join. And I can say that we have many people that from Turkey that were interested into our project, and then so we have many people from Turkey participating in different working groups, which was very happy to see.
Derya Hocam, at that point you can also, participate. You can also talk in that matter.
Yeah, sure. And I said the first session, our program, I said to Orkun Bey, we have a lot of students, doctoral students and postdoc researchers from Turkey, and it was happy to me, I'm proud of my Turkish academicians, and I meet here, and I didn't meet before, and I know each other in this action also. And Mohammed, also in Boras University, they have a lot of Erasmus students from Turkey. Actually, it's very good collaboration way for us.
Okay. Professor TAHERZADeh, as far as I understand, it's an exciting project for all of you. So it will go on like this with the support of European Union, and this is really important. So you just talk about the working groups. Could you describe, could you give more details what you have done in those groups? What are the projects? What are the outcome of that groups, that working groups?
Maybe it's I can start from the idea behind this whole project that could be interesting to hear. If you see that after Industrial Revolution, and especially in the last 50, 60 years, we have learned to consume our resources and producing waste. So from one side, we continuously hear that, for example, fossil material are finished, this mineral are finished. We have the problem with, for example, forests that are decreasing and so on. And on the other hand, we see that accumulation of something that we call it waste, that you can have it in the air. We have this carbon dioxide, methane, and so on. We have the solid waste, municipal waste, and wastewater that we have. But what we see in our work is that we say that the border between waste and resource is the knowledge. It means that if you can use something, then actually it's a resource, and then you use it for the different purposes. And then if you cannot use it, then it's a waste. And then we see that in different countries, we have had different developments. For example, in Sweden, for municipal waste, that we have for several years, we have had something that we call zero waste, and we don't actually throw away our municipal waste. We don't have landfilling. But we see still that many countries, they have still have the landfill. And that will be the same thing. For example, if you talk about the wastewater and all the other material. And for the gas also, we see carbon dioxide goes up in the air. So in this project, the goal is that to share knowledge, to learn from each other, and what to do, who has done what, and then what we can do together. And this project is mainly for networking, and in order to, for example, to see what we have done in Sweden, what you have done in Turkey, from learning from each other, what technology you are using and what technology we are using, and so on. And also, it is not only the matter of technology, it's also, we should think about different social aspects and social questions. We should think about different questions connected to the economy, connected to the sustainability, and so on. So in that way, so if you consider all of them, so we see that there are a bunch of different methodology and technology which could come to the market and could be used, but still are not used, and or maybe it's used in somewhere and could be used also for other places. So we try to learn from each other and then to develop all this new technology, and hopefully we see a better resource recovery or conversion of the waste to resources.
Okay, the same question for you, Derya Hocam. You were in the fourth, I think, working group, and
yes.
what were the outcome and the results of your studies, of your works?
I am leading of the working group 4. Our working group is on the water and nutrient recovery from wastewater. And we discuss with our group members in Monday afternoon and all Tuesday. We discuss about the state-of-art research approaches for the nutrient and water recovery. And also we identified our knowledge gaps, some bottlenecks, some limitations, some barriers for the technology development and also implementation. And we saw that we have a lot of interdisciplinary sectors in our working group, and we discuss about our roadmap, our country-based challenges, and we talk about the geopolitical issues, for example. And also we defined some stakeholder end users in our country. And we decided that we should communicate with our main stakeholders, like municipalities, like our governmental organization, and also we will decide some extra training network project proposal, preparation of this kind of proposal, because Mohammed said pointed technology development is very important, but what is the main part? We will be ready for the every items like a policy, like a technology, and also public acceptance, because we are talking about the waste. And also social acceptance is very important, and also energy demand of this kind of technology developments is very important issue for us. And we discuss about the holistic view for harmonization of the each issue in the working group 4, and also the other working groups also, they discuss about the holistic view. We should change our mindset from waste to resource.
Okay. Professor Mohammed, you are the leader of that project, so this is the 4th day and tomorrow is the final day. So far, what kind of projects are the most excited and most interesting, maybe, projects in your study classes you have discussed? You know, what are the most exciting or interesting projects of the so far for in the 4th day?
I think it's difficult to say which one actually is interesting and or more interesting, because we work on, we say that we have many different projects that have been defined to work and in different working groups that we talk about, for example, bioenergy, and in the first working group, and also extraction of the chemicals, and also this biological and so on. But I think it is hard to say that which one has been more interesting, and we try to cover and all of them. And what is, I think, the most important message that we want to give this all the participants is that we need all this different methodology that to develop together. We cannot say that which one is good or the other, or this one is the best and the others are not interesting. Because if we want to have the sustainable world, and then with all this damage that we have created in the world in order to compensate them, we need all of them together. And we should think about both the solid waste and this wastewater, and also the gases, and then try to make a new material and something that we can make a cycle. Mm-hmm. And then we say that in the same way that we have accelerated consumption of waste, consumption of resources to make an accelerated production of the waste. We should accelerate also the other way, that conversion of the waste back to the resources. Mm-hmm. So it means that, imagine that, for example, if you take your municipal waste and then you landfill it, and it takes so many years, and it converted, for example, landfill gas, and then you damage your environment. So we say, can you manage to recycle and then to recover everything back, for example, in 1 month or 2 months? So in that way, that we can make, actually, we shouldn't have this accumulation of the landfill. We shouldn't have accumulation of the wastewater. And then we, on the other hand, we are looking for new nutrients. So it's important that if everybody think that, okay, that's we need all of them, and then we should think about not only this technological aspect, we should also think about this economical aspect, we should also think about the social acceptance, we should think about all this sustainability aspect, all of them together, then it can be successful. That is the way that we try to give this knowledge to everybody, and I think we were successful in we say that creating this mindset, even with those PhD students and those junior researchers that we had with us.
Okay. Tomorrow, Friday, is the last day of the meetings, of the study classes. So how is the system, sir? There will be a declaration, the final declaration or report. What is the system? So are you going to write down anything? You're going to publish any documents?
Yes, we are going to have, for the first, we said that we had two meetings that we had in parallel. First, it was this managing committee meeting, and also the working group meetings that have been finished on Tuesday, and we are working now to make all the minutes, and also so we put a lot of material hopefully soon in our website, which it is FULLRECO4US.EU. And then this training as well, which is going on. So we had many participants in that one. Both those are in place, and also we have also many people that are joining digitally via Zoom. So it's a hybrid mode. And tomorrow is the last day, which is the topic is this wastewater, and also this nutrient recovery from wastewater. It's tomorrow's day. And finally, we will have this all the participants also. So since it's defined as a course, so those who are interested to get some kind of certificate and also credit and so on, that they will get it. Yeah, so we will have, and we have decided to have our next, we say, meeting that will be in form of some conference that we keep it in Istanbul, so that we have some extra reason to be happy to be there also.
Yeah, it's a reason of happiness also for us, because we also are in Istanbul. So we heard this from Miss Derya. What do you think for the Istanbul meeting, Istanbul conference?
Mohammed or me? Mohammed, please.
Together, both of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I
first
think
Mohammed,
it is,
please.
I think it's exciting to see that, because the plan is that many of the results that are going to be worked in this year from now until next year to be presented in Istanbul. So we expect many results to be presented. So we are excited to see that. And also, in addition, that would be something extra reason that we have also many people from Turkey, and I think it will accelerate maybe more to having more debate and a better debate in Turkey about all the sustainability and different questions connected to this waste and also resource recovery.
Okay, Derya hocam.
Yes, also I will and my team will organize. Of course, the other working group members will help to me for organization of this kind of conference. And also, we are planning to put together all resource recovery strategies, not just for the technology part, also policymakers and other end users. I hope they will join this conference, and we will discuss all details, all items of the resource recovery part. I think it will be very good for in Istanbul, because Istanbul is a cross-border city for all of them. And also, I think the atmosphere of Istanbul is very good for this kind of communication and discussion platform. I hope you will join us for dissemination activities.
Absolutely.
It's very important for us, because our main mentality, communication, dissemination, and networking. I hope it will be good.
Yeah. We all be together, I hope, in the next year meeting. So last question for Professor Mohammed TAHERZADeh. With all those kind of meetings, with especially with summits, like COP26, European Union Summit, even in Davos Economical Forum, the main subject is climate change, sir. So how do you see the future as an academician work on that special important problem?
I think you see that we have had so many meetings, as you said, since maybe more than 30 years ago, that we had from this Kyoto actually meeting, and continued with all of them together. And one aspect which I think is important to consider, that we talk, for example, reduction of carbon dioxide emission, for example. If you just take one of the some concrete discussion, which will lead to this emissions. But the problem is that we see continuously, not reduction, we see continuously increasing. And also still in the last, if you consider just maybe the last 10, 15 years, we had also acceleration in increasing of carbon dioxide. So I would say that in that way, they were not so successful because of many reasons. What we see is that if, in order to be realistic, we say that if you cannot, reduce the production of carbon dioxide and all this waste, so if you accelerate their conversion back with developing different technology, that would be some kind of a good sustainable future. So we say that we have been successful after Industrial Revolution to increase the consumption of resources and produce all this waste and which result in all this climate change. So can we develop technology to recycle it back again? Then that would be a successful process. That is the way that we are thinking. So I'm not going to make, we say, a bad scenario of the climate change, because everybody say that's a terrible situation, and we hear quite often on all this type of a point. But the question is that what we can do, actually, how we can solve this problem. And the way that we see that, in the same way that we produce more and more carbon dioxide, so if we can, and also all the other wastewater, and so you see that in our region, for example, in your region, is from Turkey go to the whole Middle East, water is an extremely important question right now. Yeah. So the question is that can we actually manage this water consumption? Can we manage, for example, conversion back of this wastewater to this waste and extract all these nutrients that we have, so we get more high quality water, and also all this nutrient that we put it in the water that became wastewater. So this is the way that we see, and that is totally possible. Just we have to develop technology, and also we have to give this knowledge and also information to decision makers, companies, politicians, and so on, that they say, okay, this is also the way to proceed. So we can have we can solve the problem also in that way.
Okay, those are very important words for today and for the future of our planet, sir. So thank you so much for your participation. Derya hocam, siz de öyle. Thank you so much. So see you soon, let's say, but hopefully in Istanbul, face to face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next year.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Congratulations for your week, special week, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Evet, böylelikle bu yarı İngilizce yarı Türkçe programımızın da sonuna gelmiş olduk. Akademisyenler dünyanın farklı bölgelerinde bir araya geliyorlar. Çevre konularını konuşuyorlar. Çözümler üretiyorlar. Özellikle sıfır atık için geri kazanım stratejileri farklı boyutlarda konuşuldu. Atık su konusu son derece önemli ve bu toplantıya Türkiye adına katılan Doç.Dr. Derya Yüksel İmer ve toplantının, daha doğrusu bu grubun liderliğini yapan Profesör MOHAMMAD TAHERZADeh İsveç Boras Üniversitesi'nden bizimle birlikteydi ki bu Cost Action toplantısı, Cost Action haftası Boras Üniversitesi'nin ev sahipliğinde yapıldı. Bir sonraki Cost Action grubunun İstanbul'da bir konferans niteliğinde İstanbul Teknik Üniversitesi'nin ev sahipliğinde yapılacağını da öğrenmiş olduk. Biz de Çevre TV olarak bu önemli konuları, toplantıları bizzat katılımcılardan, birinci ağızlardan, akademisyenlerden anlamaya, anlatmaya, sizlere de aktarmaya devam edeceğiz. Programımızın sonuna geldik. Bizleri izlediğiniz için çok teşekkür ederiz. Yeniden görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.